Good day, my friends. It's your old pal Jordan the Lion. How are you all doing today? I hope you said great. I'm doing great. I'm excited today because I recently posted a video from Newport Richey, Florida, and got a lot of comments from people that grew up in that area saying, hey, if you're there, you got to check out Tarpon Springs. So, hey, I'm going to take your advice today and we're going to go check out Tarpon Springs. Not going to take job because I was kind of looking at some of the things I can do there. There are a couple of stores I'd like to check out and things like that. So we're going to go take him to a park and let him have some fun. And then we're going to make our way over to check out a new area. I guess this is the world's sponge capital. So this should be exciting. Daze with Jordan the Lion. It begins right now. All right, we're starting out the day taking this guy for a walk, letting him have some fun because we're gonna go explore Tarpon Springs today, or I am, and he can't go because I'm gonna be going in a bunch of stores, so we gotta give him a little bit of fun before. Are you having fun right now? You gonna go see some of your friends? Good boy. You are such a good boy, you know that? Hey Ja, you know that? You are such a good boy. Look at all those ducks this lake. I'm excited to see this because I read that the town has a heavily Greek influence to it. Well, we have arrived. First thing I want to check out are the sponge docks. We'll check this place out on our way back. Free sponge diving movie. Free fun pick. I can pop my head through there. Sounds good to me. I love all the chain rope here. Oh, dolphin cruise. Sounds like that could be fun. And they have a trolley if you want to take a tour of the city that way. Some cool art here depicting the fishermen fishing out the sponge. Over here we have a Greek shop that sells wine. Also has some Greek music and imports. If you have any questions, you can come here to the visitor center. Ask the local flipper they have here. Here you can see some of the waters of Tarpon Springs, and some of the history here was that when fishermen came here in the mid-1800s, they saw what they thought were tarpon jumping out of the water and glistening in the sunlight, and so they decided to call it Tarpon Springs. And then several years later, other fishermen noticed that there was a lot of sponge here, so they started going out and hooking sponge, and word got to Greece, and many Greek divers came here to settle in to dive and basically fish sponge. So this is the sponge capital of the world. It's got a nice calm beach town feel to it. Very touristy, of course. Over here is the Spongearama Sponge Factory, world's largest selection of sponge. Look at that, that's awesome. Stick your head through here. So this is also part museum. It says, welcome to the Spongearama. Tarpon Springs sponge industry is the largest in the world with a fleet of 125 or more boats with crews, some of 500 men, 150 whom are divers, most of whom are natives of the Isle of the Mediterranean. After the sponges are brought in by the diving and hooking boats, they're sold through the sponge exchange, taken to the individual packing houses by the buyers, where they are cleaned, clipped, and packed in bales for shipment to their destinations. Sponge commerce is only a skeleton of an animal that has adhered to the bottom of the sea, or on the submerged surface, or in a crevice of a rock, or is sometimes attached to coral reef. They're obtained in two ways. They are hooked from the bottom by men working on the surface, and they are picked by divers that descend to the bottom in diving suits. Commercial sponges from the USA come chiefly from the Gulf of Mexico and the Straits of Florida. So let's go inside and take a look around. Since 1968, the original. This ought to be fun. Old Florida at its finest. I actually never had any idea until we read that where a sponge came from, like how it was made up. That diver looks like Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation. Here you can buy tons and tons of soaps also. Local goat's milk soap. You can buy your loofahs here. And I like that they have a description of what they're for. It's great for bathing, because they're all a little bit different. Caribbean silk for the face. Dishwashing sponges. Even chamois. This is pretty cool. You can buy everything from decorations to things you can actually use. Look at that hat. That's awesome. It does say I can take a picture. I don't know if that's really my style. That was a fun little stop. The lighthouse. Unfortunately, that museum, as awesome as it is, it has a sponge diving show, and we missed it. We're here at 11:30 and it is only at 10:30 and 4:30. I'm not going to take one of the boat cruises today, but I want to come back and do that. Seems like they offer several different types of cruises here, so they're probably pretty fun. Oh, this is cool. Selling bird whistles. That's inventive. For only $5. Take a look at her glass art also. State of Florida. And I love that. I'm always a fan of mermaids. Or if you feel like a cigar and a coffee, or a henna tattoo, you can do it all here. Now, this is interesting. Dream cream, anti-aging, sea moss. We might have found the fountain of youth accidentally. I not only see a Greek restaurant, but I can smell it. It smells amazing. Ooh. Look at this. The outside of this building has sponge on it. A smiley face sponge. Divers welcome. And if all of a sudden you have a hankering for Mexican food, Greek food, sushi, pastries, bakery stuff, smoothies, they help you out right here. Oh wow, look at all the sponge hanging off that boat. That's amazing.
Well, car wash. Yeah, that was like...
Now just walking along the boats. Here's a Taste of Greece cafe and some souvenir shops with a pretty cool ceramic mural up there. Look at that. That's great. Here they have a tribute to John Kokoris from Greece, the founder of sponge diving industry in 1905. Wow, yeah. Here you can buy some island memorabilia. Oh, what's up with this boat? Another dolphin. What's up with all this? This is great. And they have a lot of touristy stuff you can take photos with. That's really cool. Because that's what people are wanting to do when they come here. Right in front of the boat. It says this 42-foot boat was used for sponge fishing until 1943, and then used during World War II by the U.S. Navy as an air and sea rescue boat. Great history to it. And if you want to take a break for yourself, you can sit at this bench that looks like a boat. And then you can come over here and take a photo with Rico, but please don't sit on him. Oh, look at this great fountain. With a statue, no less. Greek god. Oh, the Pelican gift shop has a little bit of everything for your home. I love those sun signs up there for houses. I love these kind of things for the outside of a house. Here they sell little voodoo dolls. You don't see those very often anywhere. I do have specific destinations we're going to today here, but just kind of wandering around. I've never been here before, so it's kind of fun. It's got a great feel, great vibe. Here they have a whole sponge market. You can buy pretty much every kind of sponge you would ever need. Here we've got someone's headstone in memory of John Chaney. Here's a statue I just saw memorializing the sponge divers of Tarpon Springs. That's really cool. Every time you think you've thought of every job you can have, did you think of being a diver here in Tarpon Springs? So that must be the main place to eat here in town because it's just completely packed. World famous Hella's restaurant, and look at that. It's got like a Trojan up top, neon sign Trojan. That's awesome. Looks like Greek food. Looks like a tour boat. Over here I'm seeing signs you can do deep sea fishing, $90 for the day. We're gonna start heading to a different part of town here in a little bit. Looks like this guy's over here working on this mural right now. Doing a great job. Probably touching it up because it looks pretty much done. Got some cool mermaids swimming with the turtles. A diver here. Octopus here he's working on. Let me see if I can get a piece of baklava. If the restaurant's that busy, you know the stuff has to be good. I want to try something. They stumped me because they have walnut and pistachio, so I got a piece of both and just try a little bit of it. Started with pistachio. Oh my god, it's amazing. But the walnut is better. I would say if you come here, get the walnut. And as I've been walking up and down, I've noticed all kinds of cigar shops. You can see here the Cuban influence. 348 miles to Cuba, Tarpon Springs, Sponge Docks, home of the sponges. We even got a guy over here smoking a cigar. This restaurant's cool enough to have pictures of Anthony Quinn, prominent Greek. Making our way back over to the sponge factory. This place is just loaded with all kinds of cool beach paraphernalia you can take home. So I saw this right across the street and I had to show you guys because if you see on the side, it says that it was featured on Bar Rescue. They did a show called Back to the Bar where they revisited bars that they had changed, and I was like a production assistant for the company that seated all the bar patrons, and two of the bartenders really liked me, and so they featured me in a lot of Back to the Bar. So if you watch that, you might see me. But look at this place. This is one of John Taffer's changeover makeovers. Looks pretty cool. I really like the cassette over here. That's what made me want to come over and check it out. I didn't see till we got over here that it was a Bar Rescue deal. I like that guy. I think John Taffer's pretty funny. And that's the other side. Looks like a Mr. Bill boat. Not sure who that belongs to. I dig the art. Looks like John Daly. Is that John Daly? Well, around back, here's the back of Mr. Bill the boat, so I don't know what's going on here. Nice roosters. Hey, nice elephant. Nice giraffe. Now I came out to Craig Park because I want to see, they have this statue of this mermaid, Amma the mermaid. This is kind of like a tribute to the cultural history here. Look at that, isn't that great? She's even got a piece of like sponge down here. People are putting coins in, and then her feet, legs, and flipper both. Gosh, it's so well done. Right here on the water. And they have an explanation here. Ama, Japanese for woman of the sea, walks among us on our shores, carrying her tail and skills with her for her inevitable return to the sea. I have a habit of taking pictures with mermaids in Florida. Why stop here? I just overheard a guy saying to another guy out here that he used to see dolphins swim through here. Said it's been a while since he's seen them, but he used to see them just coming along here. Check this out, the 1910 Inn. How beautiful is that? Not only is the house just amazing, it's got that, what is that, kind of like Queen Anne look to it, but look at the little like fencing they put over here. It's got hearts in it and stuff, just really nice. We have another amazing mural alert, just like straight off of a postcard. And there are a couple of shops I want to check out over here. Take a look at this giant mosaic. Mother Mary's. Wow, they really did a great job on that. Much loved humanitarian, it says over here. Green thumb gardener. You can see there's carrots up here, pears. And of course she's holding all that stuff. It's just beautiful. All the different glass that they used in there. And then over here, Garden of Fairies. I don't know how you end up on the Garden of Fairies, but those are all different names. Now they have a couple cool things here in town that I read about. I can't believe they have. So over here they have a kind of a vintage toy store. I saw pictures online. They had like Teddy Ruxpins and things like that. It's kind of part toy store, part museum. But I noticed the history of the building on here says that it was actually the old Vincent's department store here in town. One of the town's first general stores. Sold furniture, sewing machines, baby buggies, pianos, clothing, shoes, and other assorted merchandise. Unfortunately, it looks like it's not open today. It's open on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, but kind of get an idea of what they have in here. You can see it says across the bottom here, G.I. Joes, Barbies, planes, and trains. Looks like all kinds of memorabilia, action figures, all that stuff. We'll come back and check this out someday. And that place just looks awesome. But also what I love is right directly next door, you can see some hopping Mario that look like they're ready for St. Patrick's Day. It's actually a place called Replay. And it's pinball machines. That's what I couldn't believe they had. I love these places. Look at all the games they have. Tons and tons of stuff. And they're very friendly. I love the old arcade sign too. Looks like you can throw birthday parties here. Right away you see Michael Myers for the Halloween pinball machine. Monster Bash, that's a good one. And what else I love is above every single machine, they actually tell you how many were produced in that run and what year it was made. Like see here on the Tommy game, above it says it was made in 1994 and that the production run was 4,700. Look at some of the cool features on Roadshow. You have to hit it up through the construction worker's mouth. You have the old ghetto blaster there. And besides pinball, they have the regular old school arcade machines too, that I really love. They've got like Metallica, AC/DC, Aerosmith, Ghostbusters, Star Trek, of course Back to the Future. And then as I work my way towards the back, I notice the further back you go, the older the machines get. So now we're back, this is 1980, 1977, 77, 76, Captain Fantastic, the Elton John game, that was 1976. Going all the way over to 1970 with Strike Zone. Oh wow, Paul Bunyan's even older. Paul Bunyan's from 1968. Look at all the women crawling all over Paul Bunyan. Yeah, this place is great and deep. I think you pay like a lump sum when you come in. You don't have to feed it full of coins. See, here's all the newer machines that all light up. These are from the like 2005, 6, 7. There's the Family Guy. AC/DC from 2012. And then once we made it all the way around the loop, we've got some of the newest machines, Stranger Things and The Mandalorian. So really cool. Further back you go, the older they are, the further towards the front, the newer they are. And one of those really cool old Coke coolers for a drink on your way out. Have a Coke. Later, Mario. I have found several times in the past it's too hard to film myself playing a good game of pinball on this camera, so I just showed you the games and I played myself. Another great mural. Tarpon Springs, this must be the place. Over here they have a brewing company with a great logo of 2 frogs on a bicycle called 2 Frogs Brewing. Let's take a gander in here. Let's see what we can find. This is your classic antique store. Spencer, Tracy, Irene Dunn. Anybody need some monkeys? Or some clogs? Looks like somebody sold their Elvis collection. Here's a couple of the VHS. And an Elvis photo album. Wow, that is crazy. They have a ton of like old Mad magazine from the 60s. This was 1967. I've seen some from 1970, 76. Here's some sort of John Lennon proof. It says rare John Lennon, imagine all the people proof. Huh. It's got a signature down the bottom. Look at this. From somewhere in time. Oh, that's so cool. Elise McKenna. Just amazing all the stuff they have here. And it keeps going. It's like 2 or 3 rooms deep. Yeah, let's go a little deeper, see what we find. Drawing of John Lennon. Oh, cool. You can't run away from it. Jack Lemmon, June Allison movie poster. Raggedy Ann and Andy. I wonder who the old lady on the tractor is. Oh, that chair is great. I would love that. Thing looks so comfortable. Oh, wow. Look at all the dishes back there. The color of those. Wow. Here's a 1986 SeaWorld drinking mug. That's actually kind of cool. That's one of those, I don't know, I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know what they're technically called, but you lay down and roll under the car on them. Like Kmart logo on it. It's kind of cool. They have tons and tons and tons of stuff. Just nothing I need today. But I really mainly go to antique stores just to look around. See what kind of stuff is floating out there in the world. Like that cookie jar of that dog. Here's a W.C. Fields figure. Vaseline glass. Depression glass, I guess. Alright, my friends, I told you we'd come back and take a fun pic here, and we are. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed our tour of Tarpon Springs. We're going to call it a day. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and please ring those bells for notification. We'll see you all next time. Have a great night, and happy diving!